Hey, thanks so much for reaching out. I just wanted to send you this quick little YouTube video to kind of give you an idea of how to set up a perfect timeline for you and your family, just so we can kind of get you thinking. Another really important element of the home buying process is making sure that you have enough time and your family has enough time to get this started and to not be rushed. So without further ado, I want to get into my home buying equation and how to decide when it's the right time to start shopping. My equation is X equals P plus S plus O. Now, what does all of that stand for? X equals when do you need to move? This is the easiest variable for you to be able to pick out. Giving yourself this variable is also going to allow for you to set up a goal and a timeline. Do you need to be out of your lease? When would you like to move into your new home? So we can give the home buying process and the shopping a little bit more structure. So X is going to be when do you want to move and when do you need to move. P stands for pre-approval. The pre-approval is super important, and I'm sure you've had a lot of agents tell you that, but it really allows for us to define your budget and really narrow in on the shopping part of the experience, because you may not be able to afford that house, or maybe the taxes are too high, or also maybe we need to work on your credit, getting you up to that 580 plus credit score. So that gives us a little bit of time too, if you don't know if your credit is great, that we can start helping you fix that. So typically, once you filled out the application, we can get a response to you in 24 hours. The pre-approval is good for 90 days, and all we have to do to get you a new pre-approval is pull your credit again and make sure that your income and credit is where it was at the previous 90 days. Or hopefully, if we were doing some credit repair, it's even better now. One of the biggest pluses with working with us too is there is zero pressure from the mortgage or the real estate team for you to make any decisions. We have a fiduciary duty to you as the buyer or seller to inform you about the process and guide you through the process. And if you decide at the end that this is something that you don't want to move forward with, if you'd like to buy in the future, that would be fantastic as well. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the best thing and the most important thing to me is making sure that you understand the home buying process, because buying a home is a really great way for you to start building your wealth. And the best way to do that and the easiest way to do that is start learning about the process. P, the amount of time that it's going to take for you to get your credit fixed and get your pre-approval from us really depends on your financial and credit situation. If you have any more questions about that, definitely feel free to reach out and we can get you some answers on that. So that brings us to S. S equals shopping. The national average for shopping is about 30 days. Depending on what kind of market it is, that definitely can be very variable. How much time do we really need to put aside for us to put in offers? If it's a really competitive market, we're more than likely going to need to put in a few offers. If it's a slower market, maybe we still need a little bit more time, because maybe we're waiting for inventory to come on the market, or we're doing some negotiation. So once again, it needs to be a time that is comfortable for you and your family. And the last variable is O, occupancy. So some homes, you might not be getting your home at the closing table. Sometimes you may be getting it a week or two after, letting the other sellers move out, or they're waiting to close on their next home. This is something that you'll be highly informed of prior to you signing a purchase agreement. Throughout the rest of the process, once you've been under contract, you're going to be putting together moving plans, and you're going to be finishing up your loan application process. And the last thing that you want to find out when we get to the end of the transaction is you've set up all of these moving plans, you've rented the U-Haul, you have family coming in to help you, and you're not getting the house at closing. So that's just a small variable that I like to mention to people, because it is something, especially in this fast-paced market that we're in right now, that could cause you to not get the house right away, and something that you need to feed into your timeline. So this is just a little rundown of the equation, and if you want some more information, definitely reach out. I have my email, my phone number in this email for you guys. I really hope that this was informative for you. I hope to work with you in the future.